My name's Zachary Lattimore, and I'm the Director of Coffee at Alakef Coffee Roasters here. Alakef is one of the oldest coffee roasters in the Twin Forts. It was founded in 1990 by a couple who had moved here from other areas and were really interested in finding a great cup of coffee. And they couldn't find one, they decided to start roasting their own. And from there kind of spawned a business that became a pretty major coffee roasting player in the region. Through the decades, the commitment's always been to really high quality coffee, consistency, sourcing sustainably wherever possible, and then also the local businesses that we support and the network of businesses that we're in, and the local customers as well. We're the coffee roasting business, and one thing early on that we made the connection was that in coffee producing countries, all the coffee cherries that are picked off of trees and then processed, they produce a lot of high acidity runoff that often gets run back into local waterways. And so actually river pollution in coffee producing countries is a really serious issue that the industry has been addressing for many years now. And so at Alakef, we're always asking ourselves, how can we make the connection between what's going on in coffee country and here locally? We're always looking to bring in unique, rare single origin coffees, and those coffees tend to come with a story, and we want to be able to effectively communicate that story. Single origin coffee, it can be kind of a moving target, but basically, as opposed to when we say origin, country of origin would be Nicaragua, Peru, Democratic Republic of Congo. That's a single coffee producing origin. Now it can get even more local. So maybe instead of saying Guatemala, this coffee just comes from Huehuetenango. That's a region in Guatemala. Or you could even say, not only is it from Huehuetenango, but it's from this individual farmers. So you're really dialing into the terroir of a specific place. And this matters in coffee because coffee is grown on these mountain slopes generally around the world. And when you get these folds in the mountains, you always get these very specific microclimates. So maybe coffee on one side of a mountain and just around the road will taste completely different because of a number of climate factors as well as the way the farmer cares for the crop. So those are the things that we want to highlight, and the incredible variety of coffee flavors that are out there. And it all comes down to the hard work of the farmers. So historically, Alakef did a lot of give back programs to different charitable organizations. And a couple years ago, we felt like instead of kind of spreading that support around, we wanted to focus on something that was important to all of us. And here in Duluth, like water was something that we really wanted to focus on. The St. Louis River Alliance ended up being like the best organization that we found out of all those in terms of what the work they were doing was, what their capacity was, and how they were local to this area. So we reached out and it seemed like a good fit. And so we're really pleased to be working with an organization that's local, that's really high performing, and that's doing things associated with water. I'm really big into sailing. That was one of the main reasons that I wanted to move here. And so the water is definitely a big part of my life. When I first moved here, I just saw the river kind of as this industrial or post-industrial waterway with the barges moving up and down and the old docks and stuff. Now I see it a lot more as an ecosystem. I see the wildlife there. I see the native vegetation coming back. And so it's really great to see this kind of blend of the post-industrial infrastructure, but the natural wildlife coming back. The work that the St. Louis River Alliance is doing around wild rice restoration, and the reason that it aligns with us is because we're really local and rooted in the Duluth community, and these kinds of projects, they have economic implications, they have cultural implications, and they have ecological implications. And so when you can layer a lot of different themes like that, it creates something like really rich and really local. And wild rice obviously is very local to this area, and so we're really excited to see that work. All of the different kinds of benefits that it brings to this area is something that we're really happy to support. I would say that in addition to the benefits that we get from knowing that we're supporting an organization like the SLRA, the kind of tangential benefit that I didn't expect but I got a lot more was just the opportunity to network with other local businesses and other local individuals, and just the SLRA through its events provides a space for us to come together and just connect on an easygoing basis, as well as kind of chat a little bit about the bigger issues that we want to tackle as a community. So it's a great forum essentially for those kinds of bigger picture things in terms of what do we want to do as a business community in Duluth.